Yo, what's up, guys? The name's Machin, and today we're about a week away from the World Cup starting. Maybe it might not be when you see this video, but point is, when this video goes up, it's gonna go before the World Cup. And with that, I'm gonna do my predictions for the World Cup. I know a little ball, so we'll see how this goes. We're gonna start with Group A, which is Mexico, South Korea, South Africa, Czech Republic. The Group A, obviously is very biased, obviously, because I'm Mexican. So I'm gonna go with Mexico first, then South Korea, South Republic, then Korea. I think Czech edges out South Africa, and then South Africa unfortunately goes bottom. I don't know any South African players like that, so I'm sorry, forgive me. I said so. Group B: Canada, Qatar, Switzerland, Bosnia. I feel like, again, it's pretty easy to say. Obviously, Canada is a host country, so they might get the edge on that. But I think Switzerland will still come out on top. Then Canada. If I remember correctly, Qatar did win a tournament not too long ago, so maybe they come in third. But I'm gonna put Bosnia and then Qatar. Group C: Brazil, Haiti, Morocco, Scotland. I guess this could be kind of considered maybe a little group of death because, Scotland's no pushover. Morocco, first African country to make it to the semifinals of a World Cup. Then Brazil's Brazil, obviously. I'm not even considering Haiti, right? Which is bad, right? But I'm looking at purely based on the numbers and the names, So, purely based on that, oh God, this could be like I could get this horribly wrong. I'm going to say Brazil goes first. Oh, no, bro. This is Ancelotti ball, bro. I'm going to trust him. Then Morocco. Then Scotland and Haiti. Maybe Scotland comes in second, or maybe Brazil comes in third. I don't know. But I'm going to say that. Group D: USA, Australia, Paraguay, Turkey. Now, USA did recently beat Senegal 3-2. But I don't know. They've been kind of not the best under Pochettino. And honestly, like, I don't know. I feel like all three host nations have been pretty bad recently, including Canada and Mexico. Obviously, Mexico's not been the best. I'm not happy with the squad because I don't think the team's good enough for Mexico, but neither here nor there. But again, Australia, some decent Paraguay. Turkey though, Chananoglu, Demiral. I look like a LARPer, don't I? But I know. Let me think. Let's come up with the third. Wow. I can't think of another Turkey player. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna say USA, then Turkey, Paraguay, Australia. Group B: Curacao, debut for them, as it says right there. Ivory Coast, Ecuador, Germany. Okay, no doubt about it. Germany goes first. Now the real question: second year goes to Ecuador or Ivory Coast? Ecuador. Ecuador always has a decent team. In recent years, they've been pretty decent. Again, I'm looking at really Curacao. Ivory Coast could again, an African nation always has decent players. Always in European countries, so maybe. But I'm gonna go with Ecuador second, then Ivory Coast, then Curacao. Group F: Japan, Netherlands, Tunisia, Sweden. Again, another tough group to predict, I think. Japan obviously does have some decent players. Obviously, I think I saw recently Karo Mitoma got injured, so I don't think he's playing for Japan. They still got Bayern center back, which I don't think he really starts, but they still have him for Japan. Netherlands, obviously, there's Van Dijk, Depay, Gakpo, De Ligt. No, De Ligt's injured. Never mind. Frankie De Jong, Coop Miners. Tunisia saw some decent players. I think they did decently last 2022 World Cup, if they made it. I'm looking like a fraud here. You know what? Let me just get me. I think Netherlands finishes first, though. Sweden, though. Gyökeres. I wish they could skip. I think he's still hurt. But Japan did really well last time, though. And I think they always keep improving. So I'm going to say Japan, then Sweden, then Tunisia. Group G, Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand. I think this is one of the easier teams to determine. Belgium. I'm going to say Egypt, just with Mo Salah. Even though Iran has a decent team. New Zealand. Group H, Capo Verde, Saudi Arabia, Spain, Uruguay. Again, I think this is pretty easy. I mean, last year were winners, obviously. Lemmy Pamal, obviously. Freaking Daviraya, Merino, Morata. I don't know if you got called up or not. Pakurbasi. Just a lot of good players in that Spain team. So Spain and Uruguay. I'm gonna say like that. Then Saudi Arabia, then Capo Verde. France, Norway, Senegal, Iraq. France finished the first easily. Now it's either between Norway and Senegal. Norway do got Haaland, Odegaard, even though Odegaard hasn't really been the best. But I mean, they still got Norsgaard, right? That's his name. Plays for Arsenal. But Senegal still have Mane, but like an aging Mane, aging Koulibaly, Njai. I'm gonna give it to Norway, and then Senegal, and then Iraq. Group J: Argentina, Algeria, Austria, Jordan. Obviously Argentina. Austria. It's either between Austria, Algeria, second. Not considering Jordan at all, to be honest. What do you guys think? Again, make your predictions. Put in the comments down below, or make your own. Whatever. Do whatever. Just be interactive. Uh. Oh, frick, man. Austria or Algeria? I feel like they're both like kind of equal. You know, like kind of go either way. Mares, Alaba, right? Dortmund player. Oh, fucking man. This is like a coin. I'm just gonna go with Austria just because I don't know. I'm okay with that if I get it wrong. Group K: Colombia, Portugal, Uzbekistan, Dominican Republic of the Congo. Pretty easy, I think. Portugal, Colombia, Dominican Republic, and Uzbekistan. And then Group L for losers. Croatia, England, Ghana, Panama. Again, a little tough group after first. I think England goes through easily. Ghana could provide an issue. Panama, again, they're pretty decent. So I think give it Croatia though. I think their last run, obviously, with all those players like Modric, Perisic. I don't know if Perisic got called up, but if he did, that's insane. A lot of old players last runs. Honestly, like this. I don't know if there was much left of that golden age from Croatia, but this is Modric's last World Cup, so I think the experience is definitely gonna be on show. World Cup final, semi-final. So uh, Ghana or Panama. You know what? Nah, Ghana. Ghana's gonna beat Panama. All right, let's generate these brackets, and then obviously, uh, we'll go from here, top left, right here. Mexico and Sweden. Oh my god, bro. We should, right? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna say Mexico. I already said Mexico there. Now Canada and Morocco. Nah, bro. Morocco destroying Canada. I'm sorry. Switzerland and Czech. Switzerland. Brazil and South Korea. Assuming that this is everything right. I'm gonna say Brazil. Why are there so many teams here? Is it really gonna be round of 32? That's crazy, dude. So many teams for this year's World Cup. Brazil though, USA and Senegal. If it's anything based on what happened a couple of days ago, obviously USA. Ecuador and Japan is interesting. That is an interesting game. Say Japan though. Germany, Iran. Sorry, Germany's winning that. Netherlands, Turkey. Another interesting game. Again, I think Koeman's the manager again for Netherlands. I'm gonna say Netherlands. On the other bracket, Belgium, Algeria, Belgium, Uruguay, Norway. I'm gonna give it to Uruguay. Bielsa ball. They're gonna cook. Spain and Dominican Republic of the Congo. Sorry, Spain's got that. France, Egypt. France easily got that. Argentina, Ivory Coast. Argentina. Oh my God, guys. Oh wait, no, sorry, never mind. Colombia, Croatia. Ooh, another interesting game. Colombia still has James Rodriguez, Luis Diaz, obviously. Croatia doesn't much. I'm gonna give it to Colombia, unfortunately. I don't think Croatia will make it this far this year, unfortunately. Portugal, Scotland, again another close game. I would give it to Portugal just based on players alone, but dude, I don't like their manager. England, Austria, England. Sorry, from top left. Mexico versus Morocco. Yeah, bro, we're not winning that. Give that to Morocco immediately. Brazil, Switzerland, could be close, but I'll give it to Brazil. USA and Japan. Mm, uh, no, bro, I think Japan's too good. Sorry, but Germany, Netherlands, another. This would have done numbers back in like the 80s. Nah, bro, I think today easily Germany. All right, back on the round of 16s. Belgium, Uruguay. Another close game, but I'll give it to Uruguay though. Spain, France, a repeat. No. If the dictator wants to play nice with his team, I think this easily goes to France. I'm sorry. Argentina, Colombia. I don't like Argentina, but I think they're still better than Colombia though. Portugal, England. Oh, God, dude. Now, see, this is where I think the manager comes into play. Because I think they're both equally as good. Maybe you could give it one to slightly over another. I think you could give it more to Portugal. Just because England did not call up Maguire. And think no Shaw either. No James or Trent, one of those two. Palmer, Foden, like England really did not. I don't know what Tuchel was thinking. I don't know. Bro might be hoping Germany wins this, right? But Tuchel is a better manager than Bobby Martinez, though. I don't like how Bobby plays. But obviously, what do I think would happen? I'm gonna say England would win that, though. I don't think. Unfortunately, obviously, I would love Portugal winning because Ronaldo goaded, but I don't think that would happen. Brazil, Morocco. I want to give it to Brazil. They did. Morocco also does not have the same manager that took them to the World Cup as far as they did last time. Germany, Japan. I want to give it to the Germans. Uruguay, France. I'll give that to France. Argentina, England. I'll give it to England. I think the team's better. I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's because, dude, I don't like Argentina. I don't want to say Argentina. I don't like them. But, no, I'm going to give it to England. No. Okay. Brazil, Germany. I think Germany has a better team than Brazil. So I'm going to say Germany. And then France, England. I think France has a better team. And then, obviously, if they were to do the third place playoff, I would say between Brazil and England, I would say England would finish third, then Brazil fourth. But if the final between France and Germany happened, I would say that the win would go to France. Is this accurate, guys? Is this lore accurate? I don't know. But thank you for
We'll
watching. I'll see y'all later.